Unmute yourself, Dr. Joseph.
Yeah,
Unmute.
yeah. So sorry for the interruption, as the network was not stable. I have switched over to the another network. So I don't think now you will be having any problems. Okay.
The screen is seen properly.
Okay.
Can you make it full screen? Yeah.
I think any more to join? So everyone is full, I think. No, I have 11 participants are there now. So let us start. Okay. So coming to the Pancha Mahabhuta concept. So each and everything in this world is made up of Pancha Mahabhuta. In the same way, each and every drug, whatever we take it as a dravya, it is also made up of Pancha Mahabhuta. The Vata, Pitta and Kapha, these are also composed of the different proportions of Pancha Mahabhuta. Okay, getting the point. So now we have to understand what is Pancha Mahabhuta, what is Vata, Pitta, Kapha, and how it is regulating our system. See, this is something related with functional thing. That is, if at all, if we get a disease, for example, renal calculi, we go to a doctor, we have a scanning, CT, MRI, or whatever it, USG. See, at that time, what will happen? There is an anatomical change in the body where something, a foreign body or foreign things which was not supposed to be there, it is happening. Then only we are able to understand. Only after getting the pain or on a general examination, there could be possibilities. But this is something which is above to it. That is, before getting a disease. That is more important. Just underline it. Before getting a disease, if we are able to predict and if you are able to say these types of disease you are going to get, means if you are going to get this type of disease, means then we can do much more things. One thing, we can ask him for a proper diet, give a proper counseling, or give a proper medicine or yoga sana, or whichever it is possible, and we will be able to decrease the possibility of the disease. One thing. And the Nadi, why Nadi Chikitsa is more important means, so before the onset of disease, or how the disease has occurred, the pathway of disease. Since patient might come, doctor, I am suffering from severe gastritis since 1 week or 2 weeks, where you will be able to tell, no, that is not big of only 2 weeks, that is a year old or 2 years old one. So this is the process of pathophysiological thing that has happened in his body and mind. So if we are able to understand these many things, so it's something like we are surpassing the subconscious, surpassing the conscious mind and directly enter into the conscious mind. So this is a philosophical science where you have to understand the things in the same manner. So we have to go step by step. Without that, we will not be able to understand this science. Okay, so now coming to Pancha Mahabhuta. Pancha itself is a 5. So I think whatever it is written there, it is well evident. You can read it, and no need of much explanation. What I would like to tell is that not whatever it is not there in the slide. So as you can see the slide, you can understand that is no much things to explain. So now you understood that Vata, Pitta, Kapha is being composed of Pancha Mahabhuta. So what is Akasha? You can go through what is Vayu, what is Teja, what is water, what is Prithvi, what Pancha Mahabhuta in sense. So whatever the sense organs we have, that is eyes, nose, tongue, ear, touch, all these things have got its own Pancha Mahabhuta dominance. For example, a nose has the Gandha Guna, that is Prithvi Mahabhuta in dominance. This was skin, that is touch sensation, that is Sparsha, that is Vayu Mahabhuta is predominant in that sense organ. So now if at all if a case comes because telling that I am not having the tingling sensation or something, I am not feeling the smell, okay, as in COVID condition, the patient usually tell that no taste, no smell. What is deficient at that time? How we are to able to understand? Oh, the Prithvi Amsha in them. What is Prithvi? That is related to the Kapha. What is Kapha? So Kapha is the strength, vigor, energy, power. So the power, it is not been given, or the nervous system is being weakened by has the body has to fight against the virus. Many of our energy, nutrient, vitamins that has been exhausted. No recovery, like the nervous system has been, or kapha has been very debilitated. Now the dusta kapha is more, the proper kapha which used to give the strength, it has decreased. So the prithvi guna in the kapha has decreased. The drava guna, that is kapha guna or jala mahabhuta in kapha, has increased. So now how to balance? Decrease the jala mahabhuta, increase the prithvi. So if you have a tumbler given to you with more of liquid, and you have to mix, you have to make a clay type in a constituency. What you will do? You take a little bit of mud, mix it, and you will get a clay type of constituency. So whenever there is more jala mahabhuta, whenever there is rhinitis, whenever there is phlegm, whenever there is kapha, it's coming out. So what you have to do? You have to put prithvi to balance. How to add prithvi? Again, you cannot add prithvi directly. You have to take help of the pitta. What is there in the pitta? Pitta mahabhuta, the pitta constitutes of agni and jala. Okay, so it is in a proportion, 50% agni, 50% jala. So now we increase the jala part, increase the agni part in the pitta. What will happen? The jala will start dried up. So henceforth, when jala part is drying up, the kapha, what it has got, jala and prithvi, 50-50 it has to be. But in a disease condition, what happened? The jala has increased and prithvi is very much decreased. Now you are increasing the pitta to a certain extent, such that what is happening? The agni mahabhuta in pitta is increasing. So what happened? The water decreased. The water amount is decreased. Henceforth, it gives, pitta gives a effect that the jala mahabhuta of kapha also will be reduced by this. Henceforth, what will happen? The proportionate will be balanced. And the pitta, what it will done? The agni part will digest the things and add the prithvi amount, the good prithvi or the good kapha energy will given to the kapha part. So this is a vicious cycle. One will help the another. Getting the point? Directly we cannot target anything. We have to go in this format. Then only we will be able to energize the patient. So whichever the condition, whichever the patient comes, first what you have to do? Increase the agni mahabhuta in the patient. In the sense, sometimes there could be a chance of increased agni. In that time, what we have to do is that is in a very rare condition. I think most of the time, 99% of the time, the patient will come to you with only the decreased agni part itself, because sarva roganam udarahi moolam. For each and every disease, the pachaka pitta is responsible. Understood the point? So if at all in a case, 1% of cases, the pitta is increased, means then what we have to do means we can give pitta rechaka drugs only at that time, not every time, in a microdosing itself. Okay, and also neutralizing drug to the pitta, like shankavati to neutralize pitta rechaka, like avipatti churnam to pitta, for doing the pitta rechaka, that is excess jala bhuta in the pitta will be lost, not really agni will be lost at that time. Getting the point? So what makes pitta very severe means the jala mahabhuta in the agni, whenever jala is increased than the agni, what will happen means you take a glass of sulfuric acid. Okay, what will happen? You 50 ml, 100 ml of water, you mix it. So what will be there? The dilution. Okay, one time you add another half liter and keep. So what is the power of digestion? No much power, but acidity will be there. So in that time, acid reflex, esophageal reflex will take place when the jala mahabhuta in the stomach is increased. So at that time, what we have to do? The rechana of the pitta, that is avipatti churna. You put 1/2 teaspoon of avipatta in the morning 6 a.m. and ask the patient to drink a little bit of warm water each and every time after 5 minutes. After 1 hour, the patient will go excess of fluid in the form of purgation. Okay, that will be finished. So now we have to understand the Pancha Mahabhuta concept. And next, coming to what is the relation. I have told you, right? So Vata, so it's composed of Akasha Vayu. When you compare it to the Manas level, Vata can be compared to Sattva. What is Sattva actually? The the books written by the Charaka, Shushruta, Vagbata, they are called as Sattva, because see they have the Trikala Jnanam, Bhutakala, Bhavishyat Kala, and the, excuse me, all the knowledge they have got from the divine. So only we believe in them. Okay, so we call them as Sattvika Purusha. Sattva means purest form of the mind. It is just like an innocent child. What is Raja? Raja is just like a Raja controlling their Praja. So if he is perfect, so Sattva and Tama will be in a perfect condition. Just like, for example, I will tell you, give an example. So you are going for a picnic where you are found few beggars, where you wish to give your only 100 rupees which is in your pocket. Your Sattva is telling you. But your Tama is telling, Arre Baba, if you have 100 rupees, you have to, you can eat biryani. Why do you spend that much money on a beggar? And Rajas will enter it and now tell, giving a rational thinking, and it will tell you, what one thing it will tell you. It is that, see, if you spend all the 100 rupees, then how you will go back to your home? You have to go by walk all 5 kilometers. Is it possible? No. So you are hungry. You want to eat something. Oh yes. So what is the left out money? Oh, maybe 10-20 rupees. Then go have some food, take 20 rupees and give to the beggar. So this is a analytical mind, which is having, Rajas is having that analytical mind. So whenever the patient comes to you, what will happen? The patient basically will have lost his Rajas. So he does not have an option to or a capacity to take a decision. The decision making capacity in a patient has been lost. So only it is been told in Ayurveda, the Lakshana of Rogi is Adyo Rogi Bishagvasho Sattvavanapi. What is Sattvavanapi? See, that is what we call it as Manas controlled by the physician. So what the thing is that the patient has to believe in a doctor and he has to follow his order. Such type of mentality should be there in a patient, or else what will happen? See, for example, one patient comes to me today saying some problem. I have prescribed a few medicines. He goes to his home. His friend will come for a visit. Hey, how are you? Hey, why do you go for that doctor? Come on, I will take you that doctor. He is very great. That, this, and they. He will tell. At that time, he has to take the decision. If we keep on changing the decision, what will going to happen? He is not going to get cured. So now we have to understand one thing. The Rajas part is, whenever it is decreased, then only the patient is having the problem. One thing. Now you have to increase the mental part rather than the pitta part in the stomach. See, I will tell you one best example for it. So patient came of very much severe anger towards his neighbor because he has cheated of 14 lakhs because of some property issues or something like that. So we have to make such a statement, which I will be telling in the Sattvava Jaya Chikitsa, and I have given a video relating to the Shat Chakra meditation. and I will be discussing later on thing. So by treating the manas, automatically what will happen? You remove the anger, pitta automatically will get reduced. You remove the depression or grief or sorrow within. So one patient had come to me maybe 7-8 months before, I suppose. He was very much in a grief, and actually he came to me with a tennis elbow pain. Okay, this pain. So he was a cameraman. He was not able to lift his camera. So when I saw his nadi, I felt that, see, there is Rajas is in hampered, and is the waves which told me is in a sorrow stage, is not able to come up or cope up with that. So when I asked it, regarding it, he told that I am not able to cope up because my father died recently, sir, maybe 3-4 months ago, but still I am in that same mood. Likewise, when I have told, and when I given Sattva Jaya Chikitsa, within minutes the pain vanished, redness, all the things reduced, but without any medicine he was able to come out of the tennis elbow pain. But till now he is okay. The thing is that what I would like to tell you is that, see, treating the manas means you remove anger, take depression, automatically the central nervous system act on your body and take control over your all the bodily functions. Getting the point? So manas is more important. So treating the manas is more important rather than treating with any other drugs. Okay, so if at all, if you just, for example, you do not treat anger or depression, you give whatever the possible best medicine in whichever the system you have. Okay, so whatever, whenever you give, the patient is okay, fine, doctor. Whenever he leaves the medicine, again the same thing, because the pathophysiological process which is going inside the mind, it is not being stopped. So what is the use? No use. So you keep on treating, but alas, you fail. You would attempt a fail, and I tell, please go to some gastroenterologist or some. We keep on referring the patient. So actually, ultimately, you have to think one thing: each and every disease is because of manas itself. I can challenge you, or you can ask me n number of questions over it. I can debate with you. I can prove you, without the manas, without the causative factor of manas, no disease in this world, whichever that could be, it's been possible only by manas. See, you might feel astonished why the like wild animals, bulls, wild buffalo, elephant is not sick. Have you seen any wild animals going like walking, like, having the sciatica, disc prolapse, cardiac problem, anything like that? How much they want, they eat it, they sleep, they do not have any bad thoughts in their mind. So what happens? They are very healthy. And you can see the forest trees, how they are healthy. Now coming to ourselves, we are not really healthy. Why? Because the definition of health in Ayurveda will tell that it's a complete balance of Vata, Pitta, Kapha, Samadosha, Samagni, Samadhatu, Malakriya, Prasanna, Mana, Atma, Indriya, Swastha, Ityavitye. So by looking into that statement, you and me, none are healthy. Getting the point? If at all, if you want to be healthy, what has to be done? We have to control the manas. That is something like you are riding a 5-horse chariot, and all the lagam, it is in your hand. And if you're riding in that way, just like Arjuna, you can take the 5 horse in a correct direction. Just like 5 senses, if just imagine you are controlling your 5 senses, or sense are controlling yourself. As ever we see, we think that we need it. As ever we see a beautiful woman, we feel that I should have her. See, that is lust, that is kama. That's only not for women. Whatever the land, property, gold, it goes on. So in the same way, kama, krodha, mada, matsarya, irsha, all these things will contribute to our sense organ. That when the sense organs is being disturbed, our manas is disturbed. When the manas is disturbed, the pathophysiological process which has to take place by that mahabhuta is being lost of the control. So now it's something like you're riding a chariot with all the 5 horse in it, and one horse thinks that no, I will go in that direction, and other shabda will tell no, I will go in this direction, and sparsha will tell no, I have to get that good sensation, I will go this way. And who will remain there in your body? No one is left. So only your mrita sharira will be left. If all the 5 senses go out of you, one thing, you can go mad. That is a beautiful and absolutely good thing which is going to happen, the mad condition. So the thing is that how to retrieve back into us. So my stress is all about giving the patient the Sattvavajaya Chikitsa, whichever I have given you in the previous slide, our previous my YouTube channel. Just browse for Shat Chakra meditation. I think you can get in 2 languages. That is, one is Kannada and one is English. Please go through it and understand whatever I am going to express in that. It's a systemic way to rebuild up the manas, and to bring all the pancha senses to ourselves and to lead a harmonious life. So I've been practicing this since many years, and I'm getting beautiful results, and patients are very much satisfied with all the things. So henceforth, I really request you to practice the Sattvavajaya Chikitsa. It not only required for each, you give for each and every patient, make a notes of it, please speak whatever in your terms, on in your language, in a YouTube or something like that, make a video or as a patient, just share it, because it takes much long time. That's what I want to tell you. And coming to Pitta, I told you Agni and Jala. Kapha is Prithvi and Jala. So I have been stating that what is the chakra, and also which is the dominance of Pancha Mahabhuta and its qualities. So, and also the fingers, as you can see, index finger we sense for the Vata, this is Pitta, and this is Kapha. So middle finger is for analyzing the Pitta. So you can see index finger, we can it's a finger of what? Index finger is the finger of Vayu, middle finger is the finger of Akasha, and the ring finger is the thing of Prithvi. So we have to, when you are keeping the patient in the feeling the Vata, Pitta and Kapha, see, whenever you see the middle finger, it's Akasha. In the space only you can feel how much heat is being liberated. Understood? So when you are seeing the Kapha, how strength the patient is, how much energy he has, what type of personality he is, you have to think of Prithvi. So there is a comparison between the fingers as well as Mahabhuta. So there is, each and everything is correlated. So as I have told you, taste, in the same way we have got 6 taste: Rasaha, Madura, Amla, Lavana, Katu, Tikta, Kashaya. So Madura, what and all the Mahabhuta it is there? Jala and Prithvi. Now you understand one thing. You take a leaf, you taste it, and if you feel that it is sweet, so now you have understood that whatever the drugs which is having the sweet, most probably, not every time, not always, not compulsory, keep it in your mind, most probably it will have Jala and Prithvi. So whenever the Prithvi Mahabhuta is less, what you can suggest then? Whenever Pitta is very much high, so very gastric, heavy gastric, so you can give those things. So in kitchen, whatever you have, which is having the Madura Rasa, Jeera, right? Ela, right? Ela means cardamom. Okay. So Drakshi, that is grapes, having Madura Guna. Pineapple, yes. Fruits, yes. So in the Pitta increased condition, you can use this sweet taste things. Understood? Now coming to Sor. So Prithvi and Agni. Sor means like lemon juice. It's a Sor. So it has got Prithvi and Agni. So what you can do? So you have to increase the Agni, means what we can go? Give for Sor. The same way salt means Jala and Agni. So now you understood the nadi, which is deficient and which is more, which has to be added, which has to be decreased. Based on that, if you understand this taste, sixth taste, you need not to know each and every drug. You go to your kitchen, understand, analyze what is the taste of each and everything. You can take methi, kala jeera, each and everything. It is there in your kitchen itself. You can treat the patient and treat yourself, and you will be able to understand. It's not that really medicine required. It's only the pancha mahabhuta in the taste. It is only sufficient to treat most of the disease. This is the basic principle of treating disease in Ayurveda. Getting the point? Each and every drug has got prabhava. Prabhava is something different. You cannot understand it by the simple taste. It's something related to its efficiency. Okay, getting the point. In the same way, coming to Katu, Vayu and Agni. Whenever you want to, Vayu is decreased. You can give Katu, pungent things. That is very chilly like things you can give to increase the Vayu Guna. You can increase the Pitta Mahabhuta. Getting, if you give a little bit of pepper into lemon juice and little bit of salt, what will happen? Vata will decrease, Agni will increase, absorption and assimilation will be increased. Getting the point? So, bitter means Akasha and Vayu, bitter principle. So, astringent means Vayu and Prithvi. Getting the point? You can make different permutation, combination of drugs if you learn Nadi. So, only I am teaching the Nadi. So, this is related of the Kosha, first chakra and second chakra. You can go through it. So, this is relating to the what you call meridian clock. So if at all we want to understand Ayurveda, we have to understand acupuncture, Chinese medicine, because even Chinese, Tibetan, okay, everything which has been evolved from the basic concepts of Ayurveda. They have taken all the Pancha Mahabhuta theory, where the Chinese principles is devoid of Akasha. Only that thing, each and everything, it is the same. You can see fire, earth, water, okay, metal and wood. Metal and wood, it seems to be quite different, but the concept is being the same thing. You can just go through it. So this is the 5 elemental theory, the generation technique. One supports the other supports the other. How the destruction cycle it is being carried out. You can go through this. I can understand. See, fire, from fire, earth is formed. I told you, whenever you want to create the earth, you give good fire such that earth is formed. Getting the point? The same theory has been adopted in acupuncture also. Now you understand, there is no difference between Ayurveda nor acupuncture nor homeopathy nor Siddha. Each and every system that speaks the same thing. Only we are differentiating. Just like British came to India, they divided us and ruled us. In the same way, we think I am an allopathy, I am an Ayurveda, I am an Unani, I am Siddha. No. So each and every system is saying the same thing, just like different religion, but we have to have the broad perspective of mind to collaborate all the system of medicine. So only we will be able to treat and understand the concept very much better. So only the Kuempu has been telling, it's a famous poet of Karnataka. He tells, Yella matagala hotta turi, whatever you required, you take all the things, beautiful things from all the mata, all the religion, and whatever the bad part, you just leave it. Need not comment over it. So in the same way, we have to select the beautiful things in all the system of medicine and collaborate with each other so that we can practice efficiently, understand the things, go to the pathophysiological condition, and we can treat the things. So that's the same thing, the explanation which is of this one cycle which is given here. There is a meridian system which has been explained here. You can go through the meridian system, and the Eda, Pingala, Sushamna, Nadi, Gati seems to be correlating with each other. So which has been explained in the later. So Nadi means like in a tube or pipe. So it conducts the nourishment or energy. So these are the energy pathways. We can tell it as the Nadi as an energy pathway, which is not looked by a microscope or anything like that. It's a system of energy pathway where there is an obstruction in basically in the Nadi. What will happen? Then only the anatomical or physiological things will happen. So if you are able to understand the Nadi before to that we get a disease, we will be able to understand. So that is the beauty of Nadi. So you can go through the things and all I have written, how and all it is there. Ida Nadi, Pingala Nadi. So Ida and Pingala, what it is, Sushumna Nadi, unblocking the channels. So all the same concept is being told in Chinese system, Tibetan system. So color and relation with the dhatu. So you can see one side there is a color, one side there is a dhatu. So many does not know what is dhatu, because I'm speaking to many allopathy doctors, or also there is in the they are in the group. So dhatu is such a concept where you take some food, you digest it. So rasa dhatu is formed. Okay. So from rasa dhatu, just imagine 7 paddy field, which is one below the other. If you get water to one paddy field, means when it get filled, it goes to the second. So we have what 7 dhatus. One is rasa, and second is rakta dhatu, that is blood components and all. From that rasa rakta, mamsa, muscle mass, muscle tissue, mamsa meda, adipose tissue, fat, visceral fat, whichever you can take. Mamsa meda, asti, bone tissue, cartilage, all those things, ligament, tendon, all those things. And coming to from there it get bifurcated into hair and nails. So that is the upadhatu. Upadhatu of asti is kesha and naka. So whenever the patient comes of bald head, you can think what there is a deficiency of asti dhatu, for which if you give nourishment, means automatically there could be possibility of developing the hairs, nails brittleness, teeth brittleness. It can be compared to the asti dhatu kshaya. Understood? So there is no nourishment to asti dhatu. Then coming to majja, could be correlated to the bone marrow. And last coming to the shukra, and last, that is the 8th dhatu, is called as oja. That is the essence of all the dhatu is called as oja. That is vitality, the immune system. When all the 7 it is perfect, then only our immune system or ojas will be in a perfect condition. So what is immune system? We give many immunomodulator drug. Of course, that is well and good, but basically immunomodulation means keeping a person's all the sapta dhatu intact, fine, well nourished, means itself it forms the immunomodulation. Whenever you see there is no rakta poshana in them, simply give immunomodulator drug, what is going to happen? No, nothing is going to happen. So of course, so basically treat the rasa rakta mamsa meda with the where the poshana is not going. Why the patient poshana is not going? Why the nourishment is not going? Think accordingly and give. For example, if the rakta dhatu is not formed, then rasa dhatu is not formed, rakta will not be formed. So why rasa dhatu is not formed? There is no proper agni. The agni will digest, then only the rasa dhatu will be formed. So what is your basic line of treatment? Increase the absorption and assimilation by giving suitable what Deepana Pachana. Deepana Pachana means the drugs which is having Ushna, that is which is Katu, Amla, Rasa, which if you are giving means that will increase your Agni, assimilation, absorption will be increased. Rather, if your patient comes of oligospermia and he does not have proper motion, proper appetite, and you are giving to such a patient kapikachu, or what you call mucuna pruriens, or ashwagandha, which and musali, which is said to be like spermatogenesis. It will create the it will increase the sperm count. Of course, there is many research has been done. Okay, it's proving absolutely fine. But whenever he does not have a basic digestion, how you are going to give this medicine? It is of no use. That will further hamper his digestion. And of course, what will happen? Whatever it is having, little bit, that also will go. So what medicine which has to increase the sperm count, that medicine will decrease the sperm count. So without understanding the nadi, without understanding the patient manas, if you're treating, what is the use then? The patient manas could be like, I do not love my wife, or I do not have any sympathy or love towards my wife. In that time also there could be possibility of oligospermia. So you are not correcting the relationship between the husband and wife. You are giving all the ashwagandha, that, this and everything, no use, still no use. So correction of manas and the sharira, that only will help you to get good result, rather than putting the costly swarna and siddha makara doja, costly drugs. So basically treat with simple drugs to get beautiful results. So what is the relevance of Ayur Homeo? Means whatever you want to put, the Deepana Pachana, put into the alcohol, dilute, mix it very nicely, keep it for 3 days. From that, you ask the patient to take 3 drops along with water, shake it nicely, drink. So that will reduce the cost, that will increase the absorption and assimilation, that will do the job. The cost is very low, and the patient will be also happily cured without not spending much amount of money over the medicines. Getting the point? So relationship between the dosha and dhatu. So vata, see, the nadi is a just imagine if it's a hollow tube composed of 7 layers. As you're going to press in 7 layers, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. In the same way, you have to tell vata is in the first stage. Just for example, if blood is moving in a vessel, so the harder part, the nourishment, heavy nourishment part, it will be settled in the down part. So you might have heard about the platelet rich plasma therapy. I think many could be knowing about it. What they do is that take the blood out from the patient, they centrifuge it one time, and from that centrifuge, that deep below part, below settled part, they will aspirate, and they further centrifuge it. From that again they take the below part, and once again they centrifuge. The last part will be taken and it will be injected wherever you need it, require the treatment. For example, there is alopecia, or there is a loss of hair, you can give 2-3 pricks and push the injection. Hair will grow within few days. So if there is micro penis, you can push into the penis, so penis will go long. So you can give it to the stroke patient, you can give to the back pain, you can give for the gangrene. So PRP is a costly treatment where they charge around about 30,000 something or more, I do not know actually. So what happens is that the last part is the kapha part, that is the poshana towards the shukra. Getting the point? So whatever is light will stand above, whatever it is hard, heavy, it goes down. So only when we keep on centrifuging, for we get 5 layers. The 5th layer is taken for the PRP treatment. Though we have got how many dhatus? 6 dhatus. Just imagine if we keep on one more centrifuging, we can get another one also. So rasa rakta mamsa meda asti majja shukra. So now allopathy doctor will understand very easily, it is in their own terms, how our acharyas in before they was able to differentiate all the dhatus, because all the poshana towards all the dhatus is going from in the form of the blood itself. So blood has got 7 layers. Now whenever you feel the artery, you have to feel rasa, rakta, mamsa, meda, asti, majja, shukra. You keep on compressing one by one, and you feel how the way it is. If it is coming in this way, a good wave. If it is in this way, it is subnormal. No, not up to the mark. If you are getting the middle, like obstruction type, there could be some calculi, there could be some blockage, there could be any problem. So in this way, you are able to speak the disease in terms of waves. So understanding the nadi is very much important to understand his manas as well as bodily conditions. In the same way, the sattva rajatama, in the same way it has been divided, in the same way color. And I think Vata entering the first level. How Vata is entering the first level, I will explain you. Vata starts accumulating in the lower abdomen by what you starting emaciation. Okay, rukshana, drying up the water content, which lead to the constipation and piles. So first level, patient comes with constipation and piles. What we give? We give laxatives, right? Oh, you're constipated. Okay, you take this laxative. What will happen? Further rukshana will take place. Why? Because you are compelling the vata even now and then. And second level, what will happen after straining for few days? You give laxative, everything like that. What will that lead to? Further aggravation of vata, and he might get addicted to laxatives. Then what will happen? He goes for a suppository. Without suppository, no motion at all. So further aggravation will be there. Third level, what will happen? Vata enters sira and snayu. Calcium is not absorbed properly from the intestine. So people complaining of body pain, joint pain, when they work little, leading to the like osteoporosis or sandhivata. At this time, if you take calcium tablet, what will happen? Further leading to the drying up of the water, leading up to the bursitis, calcaneus spur, tennis elbow. So we treated a number of patients with calcium tablet. Just go through and go for a follow-up. You can understand only by taking calcium, they are not recovered completely. The condition might certainly go drastically worsen after few months of continuing the calcium tablets. See, unnecessary, we let us not give or supplement the body with calcium or with vitamins tablet. First, our job is to correct the body systems of absorption and assimilation. When that system fails, then only let us give the vitamin calcium tablet. Otherwise, what will happen? We will make a normal person to a patient very soon. And anyhow, for each and every action, there is equivalent opposite reaction. You give a drug, there will be opposite reaction itself. 100% I will tell you, before giving a drug, please plan, give as much low dose, as much as the possible thing, ask the system to take efficiently whatever it has to work more, and you have to take whatever it is possible. Just for example, I will tell you, you take a person, you might have seen few persons taking like digging canals, and like we call it as like all the mud jobs and all they will be doing. They will be having a little bit of ragi ambli, something like that, little bit of food git and all. They will not anytime they will take biryani, no. So what they has happening, they are very much strong. In spite of we taking all the nutritious food, but still we will not be able to compete with them or fight with them. Not even they will get corona nor any infection, because they are like they are habituated, or like they are adjusted to the nature itself. So henceforth, what we get, the multivitamins, calcium, all those is something where we have to give in a second stage. We are giving the first stage itself without correcting their absorption and assimilation technique. What is happening in them is that they have a good assimilative power. Whatever it is then there in a micrograms in ragi or whatever rice, that will be absorbed. If I take same food, we will not get our system will not accept it, because our system, our manas, their manas is something like, I am only having only this much, from this much I have to sustain. The manas get activated, and manas give orders to the system, central nervous system, parasympathetic nervous system, to take each and every penny of all the vitamins which is going out. Do not waste anything. So that is the point they are working, and we are unnecessarily overfeeding us with many of the calcium vitamins tablets, making more worsen and more drastic side effect being taken by us also. So let us see. When vata enters the fourth level, vata enters the rasa dhatu, leading to the shoshana of all the nutrients, dhatus, intolerance towards the sound. Rasakshaye shabda asaishnuttam cha. What happens? The patient is very much intolerable. What? The make decision capacity will goes off. The pitta digestion will goes off. He will be whenever the sound public, they they feel like to run away from that crowd. So these type of manas now at the fourth level only, the rasa dhatu is being affected. From the fifth level, what will happen? Enters the Rakta Dhatu, digestion is upset, starts eating junk food, so leading to Pitta aggravation, burning sensation in the stomach. See what happens now? No appetite actually. See, so what happened when there is no appetite? If any person offers you a burger or cheese or something, cutlet or chicken 65 or KFC chicken, so even though you do not have an appetite, still you tend to take it. So you have a manas. When there is no decision, there is no decision making, that the rajas is lost, the decision making capacity is being lost. You know that it is very bad to your health, but still what you do, you take and you lose, like you gain your weight, you get all sorts of disease from there. Getting the point? So next, coming to sixth level, when enters the Meda and Asti, the person will start losing weight, osteoporosis, plantar fasciitis, pathological fracture of bone, keeps on grumbling, pralapa, does not care others, will be very selfish, gets the dreams of flying in the air, loses the hopes in doctor, does shopping of doctors. At this stage, don't give kashaya, but do the grita prayoga. This is word to the Ayurveda doctors. See, at this time, please give a kasha in a lower dose, if at all, if you want to give for Deepana and Pachana, definitely. But at this is a juncture where the Rasana is really advocated. So start with the Grita Prayana, Shamana Grita Prayoga. That will be helping more. Seventh level, when Vata enters Majja and Shukra, a blood formed will be decreased, pricking type of pain all over the body, feeling of emptiness, hair fall, demineralization of the bone, disc protrusion, nerve congestion, complaining of infertility, all those things will be occurred. So Arishad Vargas, so in the Kama Krodha Mada Matsarya, so it is what it is going to lead. Few waves, stroke wave, how it will be, when you press, you feel that something is coming and going back. That narrow passage, if you are able to feel, you will be able to judge. There could be a possibility of blockage. Okay, and hurting pinch. If you get this type of pinching type of where the waves start pinching your finger, you can understand that something which is to the patient, it's hurt. It is hurted very much, and person has not left. He or she is thinking about that thing itself. So this is Mooladhara Chakra. What is the mantra and what it constitutes of? All these things have been given. So the chakra and which will decrease and which will increase. You have heard Sari, Gama, Pada, Nisa. Actually, this Swara is to increase our Shed Chakra. Sa, that is Mooladhara Chakra. Re, Swadhisthana. In the same way it goes. Sound therapy. So this is the important thing, where Vata Nadi in the right hand. Take your right hand. First thing is right hand. Just press. First thing you can get is large intestine. Second, when you press, that is duodenum, mamsa, that is pancreas, then lungs. You can understand what and how the lungs and how is your intestine, everything, reproductive system. Okay, without scanning, X-ray, anything, you will be able to understand. Go in the same way for Pitta Nadi. In the same way, you have to put over your finger here in the middle. So I have sent in video how to see the Nadi. Just go through it, understand it, and practice it. Then keep a chart of this one, and you will be able to understand better. The same way, Kafaja Nadi, Vata Nadi, left hand here. Okay, compressed in the 7 layers. And Kapha Nadi. So understanding the Nadi. We say heart pumps, but what Ayurveda said is Hridaya. It receives and it supplies. Okay. In the same way, you can go through it. And one more thing is depleting time. This is very much important. I think we are running short of time, but still I will take few minutes to complete this thing, because let us not come each and every time for this thing, because now see Rasadhatu, depleting time, really it requires 1 month to get depleted completely. Picking up time, 2 months, it requires 2 months of time to recover 1 month it is being depleted by improper absorption and assimilation. 2 more months to recover. Medicine, if you give medicine, within 7 days, patient will get okay. Manas activation time, it's only just 15 minutes. By correcting the manas, if he is in an anger condition, if you are able to remove that anger, within 15 minutes, rasa is going to get activated. That is the power of the Sattva Vajaya Chikitsa, and that's the power of Nadi Chikitsa also. So the treatment duration keeps on. You can see to increase the Shukra Dhatu, only 16 hours. If you initiate now and send home the patient with to practice the Sattva Vajaya Chikitsa, within 16 hours, you will be able to recover the Shukra Dhatu dosha also, which usually will take around about 1 year, 2 months of time, which is decreased by only 16 hours. So now you understood the power of manas. Okay, please take a chart of it and you can practice. So when you does not feel one dhatu, for example, I told you to press rasa, rakta, mamsa. So you're not feeling 1, 2, 3. So now you can understand since when the patient is suffering from the disease. To deplete rasa, it takes 1 month. To depletion of rakta, 2 months. 2 plus 1, 3 months. So if you did not feel 2 dhatus, you understand the problem started since 2 months ago, not 2 days ago. You can clearly tell to the patient. So make a point of it. So I think we are we can start some question and answer thing. Anyone please raise your hand and can ask the questions related to that. Yeah, please, Sujata madam, please ask the question.
Okay. Hello, good afternoon. Good evening, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, I would like to request you to repeat the Nadi Pariksha.
Nadi Pariksha?
Yeah, Nadi Pariksha.
Actually, Nadi Pariksha, it is been given in my YouTube channel, no? I have clearly mentioned. So
I have got. Sir, I want to just, is it possible you to just show us a particular different kinds of Nadi with the Pariksha method?
See, just go through the YouTube channel first. Okay, you go through it. If at all, if you did not understand, you ask me in the group. I will give one more video relating to that. Okay.
Okay, fine, sir.
Any other question you ask? No problem.
Right now, I just wanted to know more about Nadi Pariksha.
Sure, definitely. You just go through it.
Okay.
I have given Duta Nadi. You just go through the Duta Nadi also. Just by seeing the Nadi of the bystander, you will be able to tell what the problem of the patient is. So I have tested in many patients. So I think one testimony of Duta Nadi is also there in my YouTube. You can go through it. Okay, how the Duta Nadi is very efficient to date. Yeah.
Okay. So today in today's video, you said like how long the person is suffering. Even that also we will come to know.
Yeah.
By examining the Nadi.
Definitely, you take a chart. Yeah, sure. Definitely, you take a depleting time.
Okay.
You calculate accordingly. You will get it.
Okay, fine, sir. Thank you.
Any other questions? If you ask question, I think you can understand, or else I think you are just simple listeners. So you can ask question. I love questions.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
So if nothing, no questions means we will wind up.
Okay.
I think, hope you all understood the things.
Sir.
So shall we wind up? Any other questions?
Good evening, sir. Good evening, sir.
Yeah, good evening. Please tell me.
Sir, the question is in the chat box.
Can you please read out for me?
Sir, you explained that, sir, derangement of that calcium deficiency and then due to overuse of laxatives, and then later the calcium supplements were causing the problem.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
So is it possible with other nutrient deficiencies also?
Definitely. See, all the body is not taking, so only deficiency has occurred. It does not mean that in today's life or today's world, no one is like hunger gone. See, everyone is taking. Okay, so what is the like causing deficiency means the absorption and assimilation is not properly taking place. That is the problem. Where you have to correct that things rather than you just simply feed with vitamins. I will send you one more slide. You please go through that alkaline and acidic, where you will be able to understand by giving vitamins or tablets or anything like supplements, nothing you are going to achieve, because all the vitamin supplements is been absorbed in the colons. Moreover, but when it enters the stomach, that will be destroyed. For example, you take vitamin C for that matter. So which is absorbed in the colons, when it enters into the stomach, that will be destroyed. So it will not enter further into the colon. So what today's doctors has done is, they have done liposomal vitamin C syrup they have released. Why? Because liposomal means fat emulsified absorbic acid. That is, will not get digested in the stomach. It will get digested in the colon, and from there which will be absorbed. Getting the point? So vitamin tablets or anything will not do get more benefit, and it will do harm you rather than that. I can explain you that in very detail in maybe next class also. Any other questions, please?
Sir, namaste, sir.
Yeah, sure.
Hello, good evening, sir.
Yeah, good evening. Please tell me.
Sir, in constipation,
Okay.
sir, in constipation, instead of laxative, what we have to prefer, sir, initially?
Yeah, definitely, Dr. Vishwanath. See, what we can do is that increase the absorption and assimilation, that is increase the pitta. Why there is constipation means vata is increased. Why vata is increased? Because there is low agni. The agni is not properly putting the prithvi contents and jala content into it. So when there is no jala, proper jala mahabhuta is formed, vayu will be very much increased. So what you have to do, increase the pitta, increase the pitta, give dipana pachana, then automatically the problem is being solved. So along with that, you can give kirata muladi kashaya or kirata mula livizyme, whatever we told in alcoholic ayurhomeo, livizyme you can give. So or LIV leave you can give. So which will increase the absorption, assimilation, will kindle the fire. At that time the problem is solved. Whenever the patient eats very nicely, automatically by the bulk itself motion will go. That is right, absolutely getting the point. You keep on giving laxative, what will happen? You will decrease the agni.
Yes, sir.
You will, when you decrease your agni, what will happen? You will not be able to eat whatever you are eating before. Getting the point? So what's the completely what's the use of giving laxative itself? Getting the point, Dr. Vishwanath?
Sir. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Any
Yes,
other
sir.
question?
Got it,
You can
sir.
ask.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah, please, doctor. Doctor, please.
Hello, sir.
Yeah, sure. Dr. Sujata, I can hear you, please.
Sir, actually, in the classical textbook, they have said that in Vataja, whenever there is a visation of Vata or aggravation of the Vata, we need to take it down towards its path. That is, Vata Anulomana has to be the prior treatment. So I want to know about your opinion.
Yeah, sure. Definitely. I'm not against the classical itself. I know that. See, why Vata has increased, has going up, because Vata is not finding a way down. The channel has been, Vata has been obstructed. So only it is going up. Simply it will not go up, right? So only the Admana, Atopa, belching, all this will happen. So that will definitely, at this time, the Pitta is reduced. Or else when Pitta is high, definitely heat cannot penetrate into it. So when you increase the Pitta, and when I told you about the microdosing, the concept of microdosing, you take Kankayana Vati, Chitraka Vati, Shanka Vati, Kamadora Rasa, add little bit of Trifala Churna, Avipatti Churna, Asta Churna, mix everything in a proportion, give one pinch in a glass of water, ask the patient to drink. That will do the job. Or else you can take this thing in a Ayur Homeo, make a drops, keep it for 3 days, daily you shake it and keep it for 10 times. And from that, ask the patient to take 3 drops, where you can give for same combination can be given for 1,000 patient, where you will get the beautiful results also, where Anulomana will be done by the Ashtachurna, Trifala Churna, Avipatti Churna. Increasing of the Pitta will be done by the Chitrakadi Vati, Kankayana Vati. So Kankayana will do the Anulomana also. So by if you add what you call Shankavati, if excess it is there, they will be neutralized also. So based on that, if you keep on adding the things, that will be very beneficial for the patient. Nor it will be like what when we add in Ayurveda, we give 1 TAD, 2 BD, you give only the tablets or only the kashayas. So the multiple dimension of the action will not take place. So when you give the drug in a minute form, it will act in a holistic body rather than a superficial body. So I suggest give as much low dose as possible, so that it will affect the manas also. To treat a manas, the same medicine in a small dose that will treat manas, larger dose that will treat the body. So better you treat the manas, and later on you treat the body. That will be more significant in Ayurhomeo or microdosing concept. So I go for it, and not at all against the concept of Vata Anulomana. That will be done.
Okay.
Bhaiya,
Yeah.
Hello.
hello.
Yeah, please.
Hello.
Yeah,
Yes, Rita, Dr. Rita Singh.
Sir,
Yeah, please.
yeah. भैया एक क्वेश्चन है
Yeah.
कि रस औषधि को भी हम अल्कोहल में मिक्स करके दे सकते हैं क्या?
Definitely. I have tried with Abrakas Basma, Swarna Basma also. So you can add,
Okay.
no problem. See, alcohol, it is just a preservation. It will not do undergo any chemical reaction along with any of the basma or
Okay.
tablet. 100% safe.
नहीं, one
Okay.
more question.
Yeah.
जैसे रस औषधि का जैसे हम लोग मिलीग्राम्स में पेशेंट को एडवाइस करते हैं, है ना,
Yeah.
कॉम्बिनेशंस में, तो अगर अल्कोहल में ऐड किया तो उसका माइक्रो डोज देना पड़ेगा हमको?
नहीं, माइक्रो एक पर्सन को 125 mg अभी डोज है, लाइक mg डोज है, बता दैट डोज कैन बी गिवन टू 1000 people in micro dosing.
Okay, fine. Okay, nice.
Time medicine, one time of
Exactly.
the patient's medicine can be given to 1000 people in microdosing concept. So no need of any problem. हो गया ये side effect हो गया, इससे वो हो गया, वो कभी नहीं हो सकता है. Because
okay, thank you,
it
Bhaiya.
act in a very nano form. So no problem of like side effect. You just forget of side effect. But still, what will happen? No, I give in a very 3 drops, but still patient will complain of taking of 1 dose itself, the condition flared up. Then I have to decrease from 3 drops to 1 drop. Then the patient say, now I am okay. So see, the flaring up of the condition, it's quite common in Ayurveda, in holistic science. So need not worry about that. If at all, if I give, if it is increasing, patient is complaining that I am increased pain, asthma or anything like that, you should be really happy. Your medicine are really working. So what we have to do?
नहीं, मुझे
we have to reduce the dose in a such a way that it will not flare up. That's the only thing we have to keep it in our mind.
Yes. Exactly. I can understand, Bhaiya. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay.
Sir,
Any more questions? Very much happy to.
Dr. Joseph.
Yeah. Please. I'm very much happy to answer your questions. Yeah.
Sir, regarding this particular question by Dr. Rita Singh. Okay. Actually, we know that this basmas, rasaushadhis, does not dissolve in any of the constituents. Like if you mix with the alcohol, then there is a possibility of those basmas getting settled down at the bottom. So how do you?
You would have shake, because you are not only adding the rasa ushadhi, you are adding all the things. So it will be just a catalyst to take this thing. Each and every time we ask to shake. See, whenever I ask patient, asked 3 drops in a 5 ml of water or a bottle, shake 10 times, then only you drink it. So before to that, whatever it is being done, shake it, put it, then shake it, then drink it. Why shaking means by shaking, the potentiality, the vital capacity, the vital energy, the vital force in the medicine will be increased. That's why it will get a force of inertia. So whenever sitting in a bus, so it's moving in 100 km speed. Whenever sudden is brake is applied, we go in this way. We go in front. In the same way, we get a vital energy from it. That's why we shake. So no question of getting settled down in the base.
Okay, one more question, sir.
Yeah, please, please.
According to your clinical experience,
Yeah.
which is the best time for administration of medicine in case of Vata, in case of Pitta, and in case of Kapha?
See, Vata, te ahoratri bhuktanam te antya madhyadikaha kramat. So
Yeah.
if you think in that way, so we can give the in Vata conditions, like in the evening, if it is Vataja, we can give administer in the evening itself. If it is Kapha, we can give in the morning itself. If it is Pitta, if we can give in the evening, afternoon itself.
Afternoon.
In that time we can give. See, it's everything. It is there in our head. Only we have to apply whatever we are, right? Just give only that thing, but it is not really required that you give all 3 times medicine. No, only 1 time medicine, enough. 1 drop, enough, finished. So you are like, understanding the pathophysiologically by Nadi, you will be able to understand which Pancha Mahabhuta is less and what you are going to put. If you know all those things, and you know the medicines which you are preparing, and it will be very much easy for you to administer and to put. Yeah.
Okay,
Anything
thank you,
else?
sir.
One more, I think some chat box. We have got one question. How do
Yes,
we
I have.
detect? Yeah, doctor, you only tell Sanjay sir. Yeah.
I have just wanted to find out through Nadi Prashikshan, can we detect heavy metals in the body? Because a lot of people who are taking Ayurvedic medicines have got heavy lead or other heavy metal presence in the intracellular blood vessels.
Of course.
Is there a way to detect it? And if so, how do we detox the metals?
Yeah, of course. See, that's why I tell the people in Ayurveda, they go in a concept that however, how much I give, whether the patient is going to, like, they do not believe in Ayurveda. See, because they keep on increasing the dose, not reduce. Let me give further. So this is why the things are happening. And I tell you one more thing: the drugs which is being given by them is not prepared by them. They do not know how much really authenticately the shodhana has been really done. So that is why, because perfect perfect purification process, most of the companies may not go through it. So henceforth, there is every possibility of getting the unnecessary metallic load. One thing, like I have seen a few doctors or few personalities, they are not really doctors. They really spoil the name of Ayurveda doctors. They seems to be like Ayurvedic doctor. They give all the churna. Amavatari rasa 2 BD, Vatari rasa 2 BD, Abraka basma 125 mg, Swarna basma 125 mg. They give all the prescription. Patient rush to them, and they how acts. God only knows. They whatever the medicine they know, keep on bombarding to them. 100% they will land up in liver failure or any problem. That is no doubt itself, because in Ayurveda it is called alpamatram. Understanding Nadi, it could be 1 pinch also. That is a medicine. Need not add this much medicine. So only I tell, practice microdosing. So patients comes to us for a problem of renal failure. At that time we put Gokshura, Punarnava, thinking that Punarnava will regenerate the kidney. We add in a more quantity and give. What will happen? 1 dose itself, patient go for a dialysis. Patient who is supposed to go in 3 days will go in single day itself, the same day. Drugs are very much powerful, but what is the dose? Should we put that Punarnava and Gokshura to the renal failure patient? No, it should not put. We should not stress the kidney to work further, because it is already lost. I have hands up. At that condition, what you will do? So many things are not taught in the college. They just tell that this is diuretic. They do not tell, do not put. So these are all the practical experience which I have gone through, which I have made a mistake, which patient have suffered. Then when I analyze the things, I thought that let the same mistake, let the other doctors may not do that. And because many lives are very very precious, let us not play with the patient each and every time. So that's why I'm telling about the microdosing. When you give for microdosing, no such things will happen at all, I can assure you. Unnecessary things. Now, if second question was how to remove the heavy metals. To remove the heavy metals, we have got a phenomena: increase the pitta, increase the liver absorption and assimilation. Give Kirata Moladi Kashaya or Ayurveda, Ayurhomeo, Livizyme or LIVF. That combination, if you give, means detoxification will be there. That is the Shamana Ushadi. And the Shodhana Ushadi is that we can give Vamana, that is emesis, or purgation, that is Virechana. By the classical thing, you give a Ghritam. Ghritam is ghee processed with the medicines. You give for 3 days, 5 days, or 7 days, unless and until you give Samyak Snigdha Lakshana, and you give the Panchakarma. There will, they 100%, I can assure you, there will be loss of cholesterol will be reduced, the detoxification will be there. 100% you can do before and after. Within 7 days or 8 days, you will get the result. I can challenge you. Yes, sir. Any other questions?
Okay.
You are welcome. Anyone? Anyone can ask the question. It's your platform. You have to learn. Whenever you learn, I will be happy.
You taught us in your presentation just now about the importance of chakras and their connection with the Pancha
Pancha Mahabhuta.
the five Pancha Mahabhuta.
Yeah.
That how each chakra is related to that. But if there is chakras imbalancing, then do we have to encourage balancing of the chakras first before you balance the Pancha Mahabhutas?
Of course. So I told you, treat first the Manas. Manas itself
Yes.
will be balancing chakra. If there is no balance in the Manas, that is Pancha Jnanendriya. Eyes. So whatever the eyes desires, you get it. You have seen the chicken 65, burger. You want it. You know that still it's bad. Cholesterol, trans fat, each and everything you know. But still you go and take it and eat it. So you don't have sense control over this one. You every time, you know, you should not see movies that for a long time. You, whenever lockdown, whenever you're free, keep on seeing the movie. That is excess looking into the mobile or anything like that. That is also a problem. So we are not controlling any of our sense organs. What will happen? The imbalance of chakra will be there. So how to balance? Control all the sense organs. Go inside by doing the Sattva Jaya Chikitsa, the Dhairya Atmadi Vijnanam. Understand about ourselves, understand about the Atma, and feel the Dhairya and Atma Vijnana. By sequence step, I have given one video in YouTube, Shat Chakra meditation. Please go look through it and start practicing for yourself and to the patient in your own way. You can write it or make a video of yourself and you can present it. And you will, you know that the Pancha Jnanendriya will be under your control by daily practicing it.
Shat chakra.
Anything else? Yeah. Anything else, sir? Clarified?
Yes,
Sir, clarified.
thank you.
Yeah. Anyone else can ask the question? So, thank you so much for all your kind cooperation. I am really happy of today's class. So you asked many questions. So I think you understand many things. So happy to start with Ayur Homeo, a noble cause, where I shared a video where a single few worms collectively determined to go into a place and start destroying the crops. If such even small insects planning, even the virus is getting virulent, very powerful. After all, in spite of giving, discovering new antibiotics, new vaccine, but still the it's keep on gaining each and every time. It's gaining strength. Why not we unite together and work together so that we gain some knowledge? We work together means we will be able to fight and cure any disease for that matter. Whenever we stay divided, we will not be able to gain any knowledge. We will be selfish, where Vata will enter, and each and every time we are selfish, think that Vata has entered the third stage and it has to break the Rasa Dhatu, and I and you are being destroyed each and every time. Whenever we have respect towards the each pathis, allopathy, Siddha, Ayurveda, these all system, why it has been developed, because it's not evolved in a day. There was a need of allopathy, so only allopathy has been evolved. Why? Because if you in a case of status asthmaticus, whatever the kasha if you are going to give, no use. So you have to give for deriflin and salbutamol injection. Where that deriflin has come from? It has come from Ayurveda, from Vasa. It has come from Vasa, Datura metal. They have done research. So it was really required of this time to save the critically ill patient. So we are the same, not different. When we have the concept, we are all the same, just like father, mother, son, sister, then only we can sustain. Okay. So any other questions? So shall we wind up the meeting?
Thank you, sir.
Okay. Thank you
Thank you.
very much. Have a good day. Bye.
Thank you, Bhaiya.
Thank you. Thank you.